Hey, it's the Abstractionist. I am doing a quick little announcement. So, I want to say thank you guys for the support. Thanks for everything. A little bit of updates. I'm still in my massage school program. I'm trying to wrap that up. I am looking into diversifying what I do and exploring what I've known about myself and my desires and my interests. And it's one of those things where I've done all these things kind of running away from the fact that I want to write and I want to do art and I want to explore music and be interdisciplinary and explore the mind and the body in that way. And like medical intuitive work is coming up strongly for me as well. I've looked at the channel. While I've liked it, I like where I've been. I like what I've done. I kind of feel like YouTube is no longer the platform for me. I mean, I like watching YouTube a lot. I like watching tarot a lot. But I don't think that what I have to say fits this platform. And I think I kind of knew that within like last year. I knew that beginning of this year that it was slowly coming to an end in some way. And I was like fighting it and fighting it, but essentially I think as I get more into my own process, learning about my body, healing and things like that, yeah, um I could do this consistently, but I just think that it's not gonna work out too much anymore. And I think it's because it's not the platform for me. And um, I think that the topics that I have to say fit another like format a lot better. So, as far as my like channel goes, it's semi closed now as of this video. So I won't be continuing really many more videos. You may get a seasonal video for me, and you may even get the seasonal videos for all the planets. But as far as me contributing so much of my time here, I don't see that anymore. In addition to that, closing this, I'm actually opening up to other platforms, like I said. Instagram, even though Instagram is becoming one of those pay to play things, and YouTube is kind of there as well, just a little bit. Kind of pay to play. I'm just turning this off. Um, I feel like I like writing a lot more. I feel like video is fine, like IGTV and things like that, but I like writing more. And I like the ability to be able to write, even if it's like 2,200 characters or something like that. That makes a long enough post for me to explore what I want to explore. At least if you're putting it up on social media, right? Like, I like reading long pieces, thinking about stuff. It's a little bit more removed, a little less inflammatory, and I can think out my process a little bit better. And I can say what I want a little bit easier. With video, there's a lot that has to be taken into consideration with regards to sound, aesthetics, things like that. Um, and I'm very aware that if you don't look the part, if you don't have the background, if the topic isn't interesting, if the delivery isn't interesting, then people aren't really keen on watching it. All of that's made a decision. I feel like I like writing because it immediately takes out half of that stuff. What I want is the voice of the person to come through and what they have to say. And so I made the decision to start doing other things. Now, when it comes to my other interests, I've known for a really long time that I was interested in art. I actually wanted to go to school for fashion and was almost willing to quit college, um, what I knew back then as college, to pursue fashion. But was kind of pulled out of it by family and feeling like I couldn't make any money in it, that I gave it up. I also gave up like writing essentially because I felt like there was no money. Um, and I felt like I was interacting with a family that didn't value it as a full time occupation. There was no money in it. There was this and third. It's been all like 15 years basically since I started writing, and I said that I never want to close my eyes and, not wake up and have left all of those thoughts, unsaid. I wrote a book when I was 13. It was a terrible, like, Harry Potter ripoff. And I threw away the original printing of it, and that's something I truly regret because I would like to have that in hand, even if it's terrible, even if it was shitty. It was the best story. Like, I wrote it, and I was going through a period of not having the confidence in myself, and also this BS thing about digitization and holding files digitally. Like, materials mean something. I'm an animist, and I wasn't then, but I'm an animist, and objects and things hold meaning, and that held a lot of meaning, and I'm just really kind of sad about that. But after becoming an adult, I dabbled in writing a little bit more, poetry specifically, and it's time for me to express myself a lot more than I have been. And I realized that I've been going through program to program, study, to kind of realize that what I really want to be is a communicator, and a communicator with many mediums and in many forms. And that communication can enliven people and help people and pose questions and perspectives, and just me throwing stuff at the wall. It's less about perfection. It's less about being right, although I'm a Leo moon, so we're always right. And a Scorpio, like, third house. So, I mean, we're always right. Doesn't really matter what you think. But with that, I just, with knowing that at the end of the day, I want to create things, objects. I want to put my communication out there in the world, my thoughts, what I'm thinking. I think a lot of people don't realize how much I actually do think. Oh, my hair is like this now. um, like, a lot of people don't know how much I actually do think, and how much, like, uh, what is it, like actual actual thought I put into stuff. Like, I actually think a lot. Um, and so to ease my mind, usually now that my crown chakra is like pretty much exposed because my hair is like this, I actually had a really bad bout of like, so like if you saw my like post on Instagram, my tarot Instagram, and you'd be like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, that's why, because it was a lot of built up, and I had a lot to say about the subject. For better, for worse, whatever people think. But yeah, I personally just want to relieve myself of my thoughts. I feel like it's like I create an anxiety body because of that. So that's where I'm going. I may pop in with various videos, but I already changed the schedule on the about page to whenever, because I was just like, I don't fucking care, whenever. And I feel a lot freer. I think that I was trying to make something work that wasn't going to work for me, specifically with regards to spirituality and how to communicate it. Everybody's and their mom is on like fucking YouTube doing readings, and there's a great vast world of tarot, but I don't think I'm going to be a part of it in the capacity that I was, in the way that I was, and to the extent that I was. Like, you know, yeah. So that's really all I have to say. You can catch me on Instagram. I'll link my my not private Instagram, because my private Instagram really like I just let it all hang out. Nobody cares. But you can. I'll post a link to my private, not private, my tarot Instagram and my art Instagram. And then I had a writing Instagram, but I'm going to start consolidating them. Or if I keep them all, I'm going to have like different angles of the same thing. Like one maybe exploring like, well, one is tarot, and that's where I'm going to be talking about just like random topics. The art one is going to be about like poetry and art together, and then the last one may be about like just process in general. And so like I enjoy doing that. Some other things to look out for in the future where I want to go. I'm getting back to blogging. I like blogging. I like writing. I like taking like little snapshots and pictures on your phone and just like putting it up there. Very raw and organic. And just blogs are the shit. And I think that we think that vlogs are like woo, but like blogs, blogs, are the shit. Like it's just a place where you can just think. Like it's a blank thing. You fill it up, you put your thought out there, and it's there. Like, there's no like recording 12 hours worth of shit and putting it down into, you know, on the technical end, it's a lot easier. But you are kind of editing yourself, like, greatly still. But it's less of a hassle. And it's more of like, if you connect with me and you vibe with me, if you like fucks with me, you really like fuck with me, like, because you don't have to see my face, you know? So, blogging, again, a podcast would be like dope. And then just like various places. I also am considering a weed tube account. And the reason why is like, if that's going to be my video thing, then I'd rather just do videos about that specifically. And not weed, but like plants and plant medicine and stuff like that. So you can find me on Instagram. I'll link that. You can find me on a blog. I'll post that. You can find me coming soon to a podcast. So probably like just Spotify using Anchor. WeedTube. And then Patreon is still there. Support the kid on Patreon. God. I think that was another thing too, that like if you like go on YouTube, you're trying to like make it a business, and then like also it doesn't fit who I am. So like I just really don't feel like twisting and contorting myself to fit into the mold or to beat the algorithm or to hack the algorithm. I'm just like, I don't give a fuck about any of that. I want to say what I want to say and get the fuck off. Like, you know, that's how I feel. So that's where I'm going with this. So basically, to sum this all up, this channel is semi-closed. Thank you to everyone who did support. If you want to like book a reading or something like that, just email me, narrative.tarot. Tarot has 2 T's at the end, at gmail.com. So NARRATIVE, and then like a dot, like a period, and then TAROTT at gmail.com. And you can like talk about that. I also had a website that I was trying to do to like book and stuff, and that probably will be where I put these things as well. And if the videos do come out for like the planets and stuff like that, it definitely won't be like every month. Like I said, it was already getting quarterly, but as I get into my own process, it's just like very it's like too much of a hassle for other things that I want to do that gratify me a lot more, and that the response that I get from it is a lot better. And that's not to say that like if no one supports, I refuse to participate, but it's like it feels good to have engagement on things that you do. It's not necessarily like validation, but engagement in things is like really cool. Like we're humans, we live with people and to explore our minds and to have people like ping off of us and we ping off of each other. Like, that's important to me as a person. Like, I'm an 11th house sun. Like, I don't really like people like that. No, I'm kidding. I'm okay with, I like people, but I like interacting with them and learning about their mind like a lot. So, that's where I am with that. So, thank you for the support. This channel is semi-closed, bitch. Like, it is what it is. All right. So, thank you for watching thus far. There's a bunch of videos that are like there. So, like, go ahead and like look at those. Support on all the other platforms that I like just told you about, and I'll see you when I see you. Okay, bye.